I am Abby, I am TopKnot Stitcher. I'm super excited to be here with you today. It's a super special edition video. It is the magazine debut edition. What? Yes. TopKnot Stitcher Shop has a design in this year's Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher Winter Christmas issue, the 2020 winter issue. And I'm going to share with you today the piece and a little bit about how I came up with it. I want to show you the beautiful colors that I picked for it because, I mean, I'm a little biased because I designed it, but it's the most beautiful palette. It's maybe my favorite piece that I've ever stitched, which again, I'm biased because I designed it, but I really love this piece and I'm really excited to finally be able to share it with you all. So let's just dive into it. That's all this video is going to be, not a regular Flosstube. Also, if you're new, hi, I'm Abby. I'm TopKnot Stitcher. TopKnot, I can't show you the stitching yet, it's too soon. Normally we talk about cross stitch and what I've been working on lately, cool stitchy things, stitchy haul, fun stories. We talk about my cat Jam. He's locked out because he likes to jump on these and then they fall over and break. Not gonna happen today. I have a shop, an online cross stitch shop where I sell patterns and fabric, floss, needle minder, scissors, all the things that you need to make the cross stitch project of your dreams come true. And what am I saying? I'm so excited I can't even handle it. I was introducing myself if you're new. This is a little bit of a departure from a normal video because we are only going to talk about this piece. Shall we get into it? Let me tease it a little bit more. In honor of the piece, which is called The Friendly Beasts, I decided to wear one of my animal print shirts. Most of my wardrobe is black or neutral. Most of it is pretty like classic, I would say. Like, I'm not a wild, crazy dresser, but I do like to sometimes have like wild, crazy accent pieces. But for the most part, I would describe my style as like classic and cozy, right? So within that, I have a collection of animal print shirts. Not animals like zebra print or cheetah print, but horses, zebras, giraffes, squirrels. Maybe I'll start wearing them in each video. I don't know, but I wanted to point it out, first of all, because it's in honor of the piece, and second, because it's a Sunday afternoon and I've been in yoga clothes all day and I got dressed up for you all. I even put real pants on, even though you can't see my pants. So I just wanted my effort to be made known. Let's get into it. Let's talk about this piece. First up, you can get a subscription to the magazine at a lot of other places. I'm actually not carrying the magazine in my shop because it's a really thick, I don't have a physical copy of it. It's really thick, it's heavy to ship, and so I am not carrying it, but I will try to remember to link a couple shops below that I know have it, and then you can also get a digital subscription. It's a really awesome magazine. It's full of lovely designs for both cross stitch and punch needle. I don't punch needle, but with every issue, I get a little bit closer to wanting to learn. So maybe that will be my 2021 hobby, like new hobby. That's not true. I'm gonna start crocheting. I bought like fancy yarn, so I have to learn how to do more than just crochet a square. That's not the point of this video. Let's talk stitching. This piece has been a few years in the making. I would say like 3 years ago is when I first had a vision for it. And it's gone on hiatus during a lot of the last 3 years. But it finally got some traction in this last year. And I am really, really pleased to be able to share it with you all. I'm really humbled and honored. Honored feels like a weird word, but I'm really grateful to be in this year's winter issue of the magazine with some of my very favorite designers, also gracing those pages. And yeah, it's an exciting step for the TopKnot Stitcher shop. So I'm going to show you this piece. Are you ready? This is The Friendly Beasts by TopKnot Stitcher Shop. That's me. Oh my goodness. Let's just admire it for a moment, shall we? The text says, "And the friendly beasts around him stood." So this piece, I'm gonna try to not wave it around too much, but I wanna hold it up because I'm proud of it. Excuse me. I'm trying to not fall out of my chair. I'm so proud of it. This piece is inspired from a song, The Friendly Beasts. It's a Christmas hymn. It actually originated in like the 12th century, which I did a little mini deep dive on, and I had no idea because I just thought it was like a really obscure children's hymn, because that's how the only thing I'd ever heard it as was as a children's Christmas hymn. It is a beautiful, beautiful story about the friendly beasts in the stable, and it's the story of the nativity, and the song tells the story of each of the animals in the nativity and the gifts that they bring to little baby Jesus. And so I have long loved this song. Sufjan Stevens is a very talented musician who has a beautiful, beautiful Christmas album, or it's like a set of albums. It's like 5 CDs or something. But he has a beautiful collection called Songs for Christmas. And in that, he has a few hymn covers. So there's this one, which is arguably very Christmassy, but he also has covers of like Come Thou Fount and Amazing Grace, probably. And they're just really sweet. It's hard to describe the style. I don't know musical terms. But they're just really, really pretty, simple, delightful, delicious little songs. So I'm gonna try to put a link to it below, at least to this one, so you can go and listen. I love it so much, particularly that cover. Every other version of this song that I have found has been for like a children's choir, because it tells the nativity story, and so it's like, obviously it's not as well known as like Away in the Manger, but it's essentially an Away in the Manger song, you know? So I'm really hoping that this song gets a little bit more attention. I think there are a couple other cross-stitch designs that are based off of this. I know that there are, and I'm trying to remember what they are. I think Silver Creek Samplers has one. And I'm not sure, but I would love to find out and stitch them as companions. Let's get back into it. So I love this piece, and I'm gonna just get so distracted by it. It's so cute. So I've wanted to make a cross stitch to go with this piece for a long time. And then 3 years ago, I found this frame in a thrift store. If you go way back in the archives, you can find the video where I show it. It comes with like a 1980s style nativity cross stitch. There's another piece that goes across here, and it was super old. I threw that out because it was gross. But I've been holding on to this and kind of like just looking for a nativity piece or a Christmas piece that would look good in this. And I've almost done a couple different just like hymns and like, you know, like a nice Christmas scene or something, right? But it just never felt right. And then I was like, wait a minute. You have a design in your heart. You have a general size and shape to work with. You're gonna make your own design. And I did. So the elements of the piece are derived from the song, of course. So we have the donkey, who in the song is shaggy and brown, but I didn't want this to all be brown, so I made him a beautiful gray, kind of a bluish gray. He is mostly stitched in Weeks Dye Works graphite, and I think he's the cutest thing. He was the first one that I designed also, so I'm kind of just partial to him because he took the longest. So we have the donkey, of course. We have the cow, white and red, which is why he is a little bit more reddish. The cow is stitched in Cinnamon Twist and Chris's Bonbon, which are both just delicious red cow colors. I'm obsessed. The cow might be my favorite. I don't know. I love this whole piece too much to name favorites. But the cow gives his manger. Did I say the donkey carries his mother? The cow gives his manger for the bed. The sheep with curly horns, which delicious Jen, her daughter, saw this design when it was like a really rough, kind of like just color blocked, scribbly sketch. And I referred to this as a sheep, and she said, "That's a ram." You're right. It's a ram. But in the song, it's a sheep with curly horns. And I love this little guy. He is stitched in Arrowhead, which is one of the 2020 Weeks colors. And then his horn is butterscotch. Also, the whole thing is in Weeks threads and Weeks fabric, which wasn't intentional, but it happened. And I'm not mad about it. And then, of course, the doves in Rafters High, on Rafters High, from Rafters High. The doves in the rafters coo him to sleep. So, the sheep gives up some wool to keep him warm. So they all have a gift that they bring. There are a couple other verses to the song that are less commonly sung, and they are not included in the Sufjan Stevens version that I love so much, so I didn't chart them, plus they wouldn't have fit. But there's a camel for the wise men. I think there's one other, maybe that's it. Maybe it's just the camel. I think there might just be another verse about, like, there's, the opening song is, Jesus, our brother, strong and good, was humbly born in a stable, rude. And the friendly beasts around him stood. Okay, Jesus, our brother, strong and good, born in a stable, rude. And the friendly beasts around him stood. Something, telling of the gifts they gave Emmanuel. There's a line I'm missing. I should have looked up the words to the song before I started recording this, but sun's about to go down, so we can't fix it. Anyway, I love this piece. So you have the doves, of course, that coo him to sleep, and then the star. This is how I would draw my nativity stars in elementary school. This is the cross-stitch equivalent, and I am very pleased with how it turned out. Oh, and of course you have the manger, you have the hay, which gets a little cut off with how I framed this, but I love how that turned out. I just love it so much. I hope you like it. I hope you want to stitch it. If you want to stitch it, I have great news, because I have floss packs for this piece in the TopKnot Stitcher shop. So I wanted to show off the palette that I created, because it's another piece, or it's another thing I am really, really proud of. Because it also it took a lot of turns. No, it went through a lot of revisions from its initial conception to the final design. It gives me a whole new appreciation for designers who put out like multiple stunning, gorgeous pieces of art every single year, and I'm just like, I did this one and I'm exhausted and out of ideas. That's not exactly true, but it's just like, whoa. I have a whole deeper appreciation for their genius. This is not going to be in as beautiful of an order as it could be, but these are the Friendly Beast colors. Oh, I love it so much. I love it so much. So like I said, it's all in Weeks Dye Works. Let's admire it. The linen is also Weeks Dye Works parchment in 30 count. You think I would be better at this? How long have we been doing this? Like 4 years, 3.5 years? Get it together, Abby. But it's all stitched in Weeks Dye Works floss on Weeks Dye Works linen. You can get both the linen and threads from TopKnotStitcher.com. you better believe that I'm going to be writing like a love note to anyone who buys the threads from me, because then I know that you are planning to stitch my piece and I will just melt and die with happiness. Oh, it's pretty. I just want to like take a bath in that. Is that weird? Probably. Anyway, I'm obsessed with it. I love it. You can get, like I said, the floss is available. It's 11 skeins. The piece comes with the DMC conversion and a Sullivan's conversion, but I mean, oh, I was going to tell you what colors these are. That's part of why I pulled them up. Okay, so while I do that, I'm going to try to organize them a little bit. You have, of course, your basic coal. Okay. Like I said, Chris's Bonbon is part of the cow in the manger. We also have Grapevine is a featured brown in the manger and the stable. I'm dropping things. Okay. This is gonna be 20 minutes or less, so I have to get my act together. Cinnamon Twist. Cinnamon Twist, which might be one of my favorite colors after doing this piece. Bright Leaf, oof, which I love. We have Gold, Butterscotch, oof, I love Butterscotch too. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Arrowhead, Pebble, Graphite, and Dove, who we will actually put, oops. I just dropped one, but you get the idea. It's beautiful and I'm really proud of it and I love them so much. Like I said, I'm obsessed with this piece, with these colors. It's my favorite. Can I just design all the pieces in these colors? No, that would be silly. Anyway, go get your issue. Go get your threads. I have a vision where I make these frames for this piece because like obviously I designed it exactly for this, which is then you're kind of just out of luck when you go to finish your own. But I was thinking it could make a really cute little flat fold. It also has, I mean, I don't quote me on this because I need to double check, but it's essentially 5x7 finished. So it could be a sweet little pillow. It could be a cute little framed piece. You could put some extra stars above the stable. You could do lots of things to make it just the most beautiful piece that you've ever seen. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go now and upload this, and it's about to be dark, so I'm gonna go like make some tea and curl up with some stitching. I have saved Schitt's Creek finale for tonight because I knew I would need like a little boost from the darkness, and so I've intentionally like savored it, and I'm finally gonna watch the last episode of season 6, and I will very likely just go back to the beginning and start all over again because it's wonderful. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. Happy Christmas. Go listen to the song if you haven't. Sufjan Stevens, Sufjan Stevens, Friendly Beast, Songs for Christmas. It's the sweetest thing that you've ever heard. I guarantee it. And if I'm wrong, also I'm realizing you can't see too well in the picture, but you can definitely see it in person. That there's 2 colors in here, and it makes like a, can you see? No. Oh, look how gorgeous that is. Wow, I want to meet the person who designed this. Okay, bye friends. Have a great week. Have a great winter. I'll be back with a regular update at some point mid-November, end of November. Who knows? Who knows? Not me. I don't know. I'll see you soon. Don't forget to vote. you probably have already voted. This video is probably not gonna be up until after election, so never mind, but hope you voted. Thanks for voting. Be kind.